The first time I have ever held a camera somewhere in 2000, when there were no digital cameras, and to get the images, one has to take the click photographs of themselves or anything they click. Then they first need to buy some film rolls, then put it into the camera, followed by some process of washing and finally getting that image in a printing paper. So this was a process. So this was more or less the process involved, and I guess most of the people during that time was into this process for getting the photographs. So here talking about the giant American imaging company Kodak. Back in 90s, when people know pictures means Kodak. After dominating for more than 10 decades in the market and earning killing profits, still Kodak filed bankruptcy in 2012. Why? To know the answer of why, we need to go a little deep dive into the facts, and therefore we need to do some time travel. This is the year 1888 and George Eastman just founded the company Eastman Company. Well, not too much satisfied by the name, he with his mother thought to rename with something which is simple, concise and easy to pronounce. And hence they came up with the name Kodak. Said generally or technically, Kodak means nothing. The rename was random pick as it sounds good according to them. Fast forward in 1889, Eastman invent the first mass-produced film rolls of transparent photographic film. During that time, at the early 20th century, the cameras were really expensive and only the elites could afford it. So keeping that in mind, Kodak comes with the slogan, "You press the button, we do the rest." Kodak believed that everyone should taste the feeling of holding a photograph clicked by themselves, and therefore Kodak started manufacturing its product in such a price range which would be affordable and accessible to everyone. And Kodak was pretty much successful on that. Gradually, Kodak emerged as the most successful and profitable organization during that time. During the period 1900 to 1930s, Kodak profit was unmatchable. Quickly, in July 18, 1930, it was added to the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index, where it remained at the top till 2004. By 1968, it had captured about 80% of the global market share in the field of photography. Even the first ever X-ray captured on Kodak film only. Analog film market throughout the 1970s, 80s and 90s was completely dominated by Kodak. Okay, so now you must be wondering, after having such a strong grip in the market, Kodak still failed. Why? Well, many of us believed that it is because of the entrance of digital cameras. Well, that's true, but that's also not completely true. The surprising fact here is very few of us might know that the first digital camera was invented in 1975 by Kodak only. So now again, you'd be wondering, if everything was going so good, well on the track, and moreover Kodak was also the first one to develop digital camera, then where the things went wrong? What was the reason for the downfall? Okay, let's analyze some more facts. Kodak followed the business strategy of razor and blade. If I explain it in layman's version, it means when you buy a razor, you have to buy the blades as well. Same goes with Kodak. They cheapened the camera and put a decent price tag in its accessories, like film rolls, printing papers, and others. The main profits and shares were coming from these accessories. Therefore, their main investments also goes in building such type of factories from where they can manufacture more and more accessories to gain more and more profits. Now when Steve Session, an electrical engineer of Kodak in 1975, comes up with this first digital camera, the higher management come up with a very surprising and shocking statement. They said, "This is cute." They said, "This is cute, but don't say about this to anyone." Now the question is here, why would a company like Kodak react to such an innovative invention like this? Well, the catch is here. Since the main profits of Kodak were coming from its accessories, and they were at that time could not afford to put a break in their highly profitable business by introducing digital cameras, as digital camera is gonna replace all of those. Therefore, they just dismissed the idea by saying that the world is not ready. They even have at that very strong conviction that the digital cameras could never replace the feeling of holding a photograph. But sadly, little they knew about the future to be. If we sum up the whole case study in few points, we can say that a giant successful imaging company which has dominated the whole market for more than 100 years came to an end because of poor anticipation about the future, followed by restricted themselves to change. Despite of having the strongest management team, technical team, they failed. The feeling of overpowered and superiority somehow backfired them. Instead of thinking about the future outcomes, about the future possibilities about photography, they completely indulge itself, the company, the Kodak, completely indulge itself into a competition with Fujifilm. Fujifilm, again a Japanese imaging company. And Kodak just in that process miss out the complete opportunity, the complete time. As at that time, Kodak was more focused towards validating itself to the world that they are the best. And when they finally realized about the call of the hour, it was too late for them to cope up with the market, with the present needs, present requirements. And the market was already been captured by some emerging brands like Sony and Canon. After struggling for a long time, they finally filed bankruptcy in 2012. Never to forget, Kodak was one of the greatest company of an era. That's why it ran for more than 100 years. It just didn't run only, it dominated the whole market for more than 100 years. It was just set of few wrong decisions and negligence towards the right thing. Because of that, what Kodak is today. So today I just checked the official website of Kodak and I found Kodak is doing multiple businesses now. It's doing brand licensing, real estate, purchasing, site contracting, supplier diversity, transportation and logistics. So I'll give the official link of this official link of the website in the description box. You can go and check it out, that what presently Kodak is doing. So let's see where it goes. Let's see whether the king Kodak could rise up again or not. So yeah, that was it from the video. I hope you found it insightful. If you did so, make sure to hit the subscribe button and like button. So I'll be doing this type of case studies on different companies, different startups. So yeah, I will see you on the next video. Till then, stay safe.